Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to Matters Arising with Ovid Daniels. I'm glad that you're here. And now that you're here, I want to encourage you, please subscribe to this channel. I need you to subscribe so that when my new videos come out, you'll be able to get alerted about the new videos. And also, please click the notification bell. You'll see it right there. Please click it. I really love you to do it. I know you want me to move on, but I'd love you to do it. Just go click it right now. Please just click it. Okay, and one of these I also want to click it. It helps the channel to grow, then also helps you to be able to reach more people. So I really crave your indulgence. Please click that button, subscribe. Thank you very much. So today we want to talk about the stories that have been going on about the Chrisland School's child, about the student of Chrisland, the one that. So if you don't know about the story, it's about some students that the school took to Dubai for on a trip for something, and while they were there, an incident happened. There was sexual, will I call it sex? I didn't watch the video because my wife told me it's not something she would like me to watch because it was a sex scene and it's a minor. And of course, I wouldn't even want to feed my mind with that kind of image. Even though I was tempted to look for it so that I can be able to speak with from an informed position. But then I also have to advise myself over it. You don't want to feed your mind with what you shouldn't feed your mind with. So I just had to go with what my wife said. I had to also go read online different people's views about it. And so from what I could put together, it happens to be that while they were there, so okay, I was able to watch the mother of the child's interview. So the mother said that the school reached out to her. I'm just going to do a summary of it, and they told her that while they were there, something happened. And later, when issues had gone out of hand, the daughter now opened up after about a month later and told the mother that while they were there, the friend, a guy, asked for the charger of her phone, and she took the charger of the phone and gave it to the friend. And later in the day, when she came to ask for the charger of the phone, they told her to come in, and they said the charger was in the toilet. And so when she went to the toilet to get the charger, according to the mother, said whether they drugged her or something, and she didn't know what was happening, and she can't remember exactly what happened after then. And so the mother came out and was asking that people should help her, that the daughter was raped. But later what we saw was that when the video came out, it wasn't, it didn't appear to be like a rape incident. It happened to be like consensual sex. And what a lot of people were talking about is the fact that even the way the girl was having the sex, it was not like what you expect of a child that is naive, a child that doesn't have an idea what sex is. That it happens to be like a child that was already doing it over time, a child that was in quote like a pro. In fact, they used one terminology I saw online, a goat or whatever, is it goat, cow or something like that, and I was still wondering what cow lady or cow girl is. But the point is this. Some people's opinion is that this girl wasn't raped, she wasn't naive, it was a consensual sex, and it happened because they were playing this game called Truth or Dare, and that was how it happened. I just said, let's talk about it. So I'm going to be coming from an angle, I'm going to be coming from the parent angle, but let me just say this, funnily, that the game Truth or Dare, I didn't even know it until maybe like 2 years ago. So all through my teenage years, all through even while I was on university campus, Unilag for that matter, I didn't know about it. Maybe I probably had heard about it, but I've never even seen people engage in the Truth or Dare. I remember the first instance, or the only instance, was when I went to cover an event. That was, I think about 2 years or 3 years ago, I'm not sure again. It was a bridal shower. And so it happened in the evening to the night, and by the time I was done, it was already late, and I didn't want to drive home late. So, and because it was an Airbnb, it was like a 4-bedroom terrace duplex or a 4-bedroom duplex. So I just chilled on one of the chairs in the living room when I was done with what I went to do there. So I was just lying down, trying to sleep and wait for morning to come. So I would drive back home, and in the midst of my sleep, I just noticed that somebody kissed me or pecked me, either here or here, I can't remember again. But you know that shock, because I knew I wasn't at home and my wife wasn't beside me. So I just woke up like, okay, what's going on here? And I noticed everybody, they were smiling, laughing, and I asked what happened, and they said, oh, somebody dared the girl that kissed me, either here or here, dared her to kiss me. So at that point, I was like, okay, so calm down. And I said, no, it's just a game and everything. I wanted to react to this game, and I was like, come, what's happening here? And I began to watch. And they said, would I like to join them, Truth or Dare? I first of all didn't want to form like a naive person, like I didn't even know what the truth or dare is. I just said, oh no, I'm not really interested. I couldn't even sleep again because I was like, I need to know what exactly was going on, and I began to watch them, and they would dare people, dare someone to take, I don't know, somebody would fail the game or whatever. She'll be asked to take alcohol, different nasty things, and I was just there watching, and I'm like, whoa, so this is what these people are doing and everything. I just couldn't wait for the morning to come so that I could just get back home. And I remember going back home, telling my wife about it, and just expressing my shock at the whole thing. And that was my only experience about truth or dare. Now to think about it, that children at that age, whether 10 or 11, were already playing that game, and it led to that, is really, really mind-blowing for me, because I'm wondering, how did he get that? How did he get to that part? But I'm not too surprised, because it's something that I know would happen, because we've seen things deteriorating, things getting worse and worse than the way it used to be. So I decided to talk about it today, especially from the part of the parents, because I understand that the parents, or not just the particular parent generally, we are, because I'm a parent of two boys, and parents, we are responsible for the way our children turn out. So that means that if my child turns out good, I'm responsible. If he doesn't turn out well, I'm also responsible. I'm to blame or I'm to be praised. And so I'm saying this because I want parents to begin to first take ownership or take responsibility for our children. While the school has their part to play, society has its part to play, and every other thing, understand that parents, we are number one custodian of our children. So when you look at the girl, the said she had a social media page and one app called Likey or so, of about 526 videos as at Easter Monday, of her dancing to different music, some music that she shouldn't even be singing, dancing and singing the song, and some of the dance moves were erotic mannerism and the rest. And I'm like, with erotic mannerism, I'm like, come on, what's up at this age? And that video looked like she was shooting the video in her house. Think about it. That means that somebody should have seen her, or somebody probably had seen her and just overlooked it. Hey, you know, children of nowadays and everything. Come on, guys, we cannot excuse things and say, children of nowadays. No. It is our responsibility. We are the ones that determine the way they come out. Children are like clay. The way you mold the clay and you turn that clay to something else, the same way, whatever they turn out to be, it is our responsibility. It is our responsibility. The Bible said in the book of Proverbs chapter 22 verse 6, it said, train up a child in the way that he should go. It is our responsibility. He said, train up the child in the way that he should go. I said, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. That's to say that when you train up your child in the way that is meant to go, he gets to a certain age, he will not depart from it, because you've molded it well into the child. You program that child to think in a certain way, to act in a certain way, to talk in a certain way, to do certain things in certain ways. And I want to encourage us, guys, let us own our responsibility. Let us go back and ensure that we're doing the right things as parents. Understand that parenting is serious business. Parenting is serious business. And parenting is not just only about providing food putting food on the table for your family or sending them to good schools. No, that's part of it. That's part of it. The way they turn out in terms of their character, in terms of their values, is also part of it. It's also part of it. And I'm using it as a charge for us as parents. Let us wake up. Let us wake up. And let me say this, if you're not ready to raise a child, you're not ready to put all the attention towards raising a child, please, I beg you, do not bother trying to bring a child to this world. I had an experience I think 2 days ago on Sunday, Easter Sunday. My wife was invited to go minister somewhere as a pastor, and while she was there, we went together. So I had to take care of our last son, who is just about a year, 3 months old, and he was sleeping all through the journey. And after a while, he woke up. So by the time we got there, by the time the mother came out and she had to go into the church, my son became cranky. I thought that, oh boy, it was just a normal rocking. And unfortunately for us, the domestic staff that we have, the lady that helps us to take care of the children, she had gone home for the Easter to go spend time with her family. So here I was with my son, trying to rock him, did everything I could. I tried to even make him smile, played videos for him. He didn't want. I put him in the car, put on the AC. He wasn't bothered about it. He kept crying. I was walking around the compound for about 1.5 hours. I got so tired and fact that I was like, come on, this is really, really work. By the way, mothers, I doff my heart for you guys. I want to say, man, you people are really trying. and all the people that help to take care of our children, domestic staffs and the rest. But I will tell you that after that experience, when we're coming back home, I told my wife, see, we're not going to have a third child for now, maybe for the next 5-6 years. She was laughing. He said, why? I said, see, with what I experienced today, with the way this our son showed me, no child, I beg, no child. She was just laughing. When we go home, she told her mother, because the mother stays with us. I like, Mom, it's seriously, even the mom said it's even the truth, it's the truth, because after she gave birth to my wife and our younger brother, just about I think about a year different, age difference, she had to wait for like 6 years or so before she gave birth to the third child, and she was encouraging us to do the same thing. I was telling my wife, that's what we're going to do, because just these two alone, it is serious work. And I want to say, guys, parenting is serious work. If you're not ready to give attention, if you're not ready to give the time, sacrifice all you can for that child, please and please don't give birth to a child. Don't give birth to a child. The other thing I want to say is that from looking at that story, the mother said that she didn't know about this whole thing until about a month later. And I'm thinking, your child should be your best friend. She said the child was threatened not to speak out by a teacher in the school, which I believe when they investigate, we really want to find out why did the teacher do what she did if that was the case. But let's leave that aside. As a mother or as a father, you should be your child's best friend. When things happen on a daily basis and your child goes to school, they come back, ask your child, what happened? What happened? How was your day? Who's your best friend? How was that teacher and everything? Let your child be able to tell you everything. Let your child be free enough to be able to tell you anything. Don't be saying that, don't be the kind of parent where while trying to discipline your child, you've given an image of that wicked father that your child cannot open up to and talk to you. Please, let's be our children's best friend, whether the mother or the father. Then the next thing is discipline. I see both of them as two hands, right hand, left hand. You don't stay on one end. You need both ends. My son, the first son, is a very funny boy. When you beat him, he cries. He will come back and meet you for you to hug him. Because in his mind, the person that beat him must be the one that would. And I like it because it helps me to want to not pamper. Even sometimes I'm so angry, I don't want to pamper him, but I'll just pamper. And I felt, it's even a good thing. So that at least whenever we discipline him, because I don't take it lightly with him when he misbehaves, because I also understand the scripture that says that spare the rod and spoil the child. My father was a disciplinarian, and I see the benefit in my life today. While the society can be arguing whether to beat a child or not, and the rest, see, left to me, I'll go with scripture. Scripture says, spare the rod and spoil the child. So if I don't want to see my child sport, I'm going to not spare the rod. And I'm saying that, guys, we need to discipline our children. How you want to discipline your child is up to you, but you can't afford not to discipline your child. So as I said, be their best friend. Understand that children are modeled by what they see. Children are modeled by what they see. You can't be a parent and you're watching pornography, or you're watching movies with erotic scenes, and you're saying that children, go to your room, don't watch. Children are smarter than that. They will go to their room because you're telling them to go to their room, but later they want to find out what is it about that scene in that movie that you didn't want them to watch. So understand that whatever you don't want your children to be doing, please don't do it. They'll say, but I'm an adult. It's not about you. I can't be smoking, and my child sees me smoking, then I'm telling my child not to smoke. I can instill and enforce it, but it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. I want to encourage you guys. Understand that children are modeled from the moment they were born. You notice the way a child does. A child wants to walk because it sees others walking. A child wants to talk because it sees others talking. Our children are watching us. They are watching us. They are watching us. Let me also say this, that begin to have family values if you don't have. Ask yourself, what are the values of this family? And it's something that you should discuss with your children, that they know what the family values are. I remember when we first, when we just employed our domestic staff, when she came to the house, we've had normal conversation about our responsibilities and everything, but of course you can't tell everything in one day. And it was that same day or the following day, we just noticed that we're hearing some kind of music in the TV upstairs that we don't normally hear. I think my wife came and I saw her watching, no, it was not music, Big Brother Naija. My wife had to tell her, see, we don't watch Big Brother Naija in this house. Now somebody like, come on guys, what do you mean? It's our family values. We choose not to. And it's our values. Because to us, based on the way we see it, what is it adding to us? Now, why you may want to watch it is up to you. But it's part of our family value. So our children will grow up to understand that in this family we don't. And it's not, we're not just going to tell them we don't watch. We're going to let them understand why we don't watch it. So think about it. I was trying to understand the Truth and Dare game very well when I was going to prepare for this video. And I went to YouTube and I typed Truth or Dare. Is it Truth or Dare or Truth and Dare, whatever. I typed it, and one of the videos that came out was Big Brother 2021. I think that was last year. Big Brother 2021, a scene of Truth and Dare. And I said, okay, let me even see the way they were doing. And for those of you that watch Big Brother, there was this scene where, I don't know if they had dared the guy or they had asked him for a question, and his answer, the question maybe like two of his best styles, sex styles or position or whatever. And the lady was on the, I don't know if it was the bed, was lying on somewhere. And the guy laid on her and he was making sexual moves on her. She was lying on her belly. And the guy was on top of her and he was trying to demonstrate his own sexual move. And I was like, now this is Big Brother that a lot of people are watching. Now, if I were to be watching it in my house and my child passes, and he said, Daddy, what are they doing? What is Truth and Dare? I'll now start explaining. He's actually, Daddy, what are they doing? So that's one of the reasons why we decide we don't watch stuff like that in our house. It is our own value. You have to determine your own value. So in determining your family values, one of the things you want to do is that you want to determine boundaries. What are the boundaries that you are setting for your children? You have to put restrictions on their phones. You have to put restrictions on their phones, especially if they've gotten to the age that they should have phones. I know that some parents give their children phones for them to use at the age they shouldn't be owning a phone, but it's left to you to decide. But when they have, please put restrictions. Go on Google and type how to put restrictions on the phone so that some things will not be popping up and showing up, or they'll be able to access certain sites in their phone. DSTV, parental guidance, please, we need to do all this and set that boundary. Also determine their role models. Ask them, who are your role models? Who are the people that fascinate you? So when you hear your child saying that, I love, let me see now. I'm just going to use a random example. Tiwa Savage, for example. I love Tiwa Savage. I want to be like Tiwa Savage and everything. So left to you, it can be okay. But for me, it can't be okay. Because I don't want my child to begin to emulate her. I don't want my child to dress like her. I don't want my child to think like her. So help them to determine the right role models. Determine their friends. Don't just say because that's my neighbor or that's my church member or that's my relative or whatever, then they should be friends. No, determine it. Study the friends and understand and tell yourself, is this one a good friend? Because whether you like it or not, the investment that you are pouring to your child, one stupid friend somewhere can just turn it around. One friend can introduce your child to pornography. And while you're trying to build the right value, that one is spoiling it. Please determine it. Ask who are your best friends. When they tell you, go and investigate. Let them bring their best friends to the house. Ask questions. Sometimes just stay behind and watch the way the best friend talks. Watch what is going on. Watch it. Determine what they watch. They shouldn't be watching Big Brother, for goodness sake. Music videos. A lot of music videos today, they are scrap. All they are talking about is sex, women bodies, alcohol, how they make fast money. Those are not the things your children should be watching. Because they can't be feeding their minds with that thing. Then tomorrow you tell them they can't dress the way Tiwa Savage was dressing, or they can't act in a certain way, when that's all they've been watching. Let them understand you can't watch these kind of things. Then these days, our skit makers, comedians that do skits, most of their skits these days are sexually provocative. One example is Mr. Macaroni. You watch most of his skits, is one lady with a big bum bum. Is one lady that is fully, what word can I use now? Fully endowed and exposing it, and he's using it, and he can tell you that he's trying to pass a message. I don't care. Because as long as my child is watching that, my child is not seeing the message. What my child is seeing is that this is acceptable. So you can't be watching it and you are joking about it, you are laughing about it, and you think your child is not watching it. That is why it's surprising today that we are all shouting and wondering why the children are acting the way they are acting. when we ourselves don't realize that we are the one that created the environment for them. We are the one that let them understand that this is not a big deal. Because when you can laugh at those comedy skits and you're excited about it, you're joking about it after, and I just to relax, they are watching it. To them, it is okay. To them, it's okay. Then the next thing, the kind of parties they attend. It's so funny that I used to be a DJ a while ago, a long time ago. I used to be a DJ, but I decided to just do good music. Gospel music, or if it's not going to be gospel music, let the music at least have good lyrics. Let it be something that we cannot dance to without feeling like they're talking about women body or sex or whatever and everything. And most of the time I will tell the clients that this is the kind of music I want to play, and most of them will come because of that's what they actually want for their children. But when we get to the parties, I'll be playing the song, and maybe the friend or the relative will come and like, oh God, which kind of song they play now? I better play better jam. Now you don't get this one, you don't get this, no get this. And I'm like, go discuss with the parents or the clients. I don't play those kind of songs. Which kind of DJ you be? I bet this DJ no sabi. Then sometimes based on the pressure to put on the pressure will knock the parent. I bet just play if it's Davido, if it's Whiskey. Should I just play for them? And I'm like, I don't have the song. Then next thing somebody will go bring the song. Please just play. It's your party. You can have what you want. But that's not even the issue. The thing is when the children begin to dance to those songs, they'll begin to sing the song like nursery rhyme. I remember a song back then like I love that booty, I love that booty, I love that booty, a booty call, and they'll be dancing. And of course, when you're singing I love that booty and you're dancing, what would you do? They'll be shaking the booty, and the children will be dancing, shaking their bum bum, and the parents will be like, oh, nice dancer and everything, and they'll be looking for the best dancer, and the one that can shake the booty, or that can dance in a sexual provocative, or do all those things, and the parents will be there clapping, the adults will be there laughing, and I'm like, come on, and I'll just be there be looking. These are parents. They don't understand what they're doing to the child. They don't understand what they're doing to that child. See, it's not every party your child should go to. And when they go, they'll be watching. Don't just carry your child, drop your child in the party and just go. Because one party is enough to just spoil what you've been doing for a while, for years. So please understand that all these things, these are just some of the examples I'm just giving. These are some of the things you need to set boundaries, determine the values for your children. Lastly, let me just say this, guys. Let children be children. Let children be children. Let's stop making them dress like adults because they look, I don't know which word to use now, they look fly. Let them play children's game, not truth and dare. Let them have children hairdo, hairstyle. Let them look like children. I really love us to go back to the drawing board and begin to tell ourselves the truth. How far are we doing with our children? Of course, the school has their own part to play. We're waiting for the investigation to come out so that we would not say something. Meanwhile, it's on that thing because that's the way the story was going. The mother was first saying it was rape. Then later I found out that from the video, it didn't look like rape, even though, yes, they said she was on drug and the rest. But let's see what the investigation is going to bring. But I just want to say this. Let this be a wake-up call to all parents. That let us go back and ensure we're doing the right thing. Draw your children close. See, a lot of children have gone through things they shouldn't go through, and it's affecting them, and they become adults. And a lot of time, it takes years for people to be able to deal with those influences that they had while growing up, and sometimes even affect that child that becomes an adult to even raise up another child. So understand that what you're doing is going to affect not just your child, even generations yet unborn. I hope this has been a blessing to you. And I want to say this, don't forget to subscribe if you've not subscribed. Then also feel free, share this video. Let people watch this video. Who knows who will watch this video and call the children and say, you know what, I've not been doing a good job raising you guys. I want to try and begin to see what I can do. Let's do this. And thank you for watching this video. And please, if you've liked this video, click the like button and share the link to others. Thank you very much. And stay tuned for my next video when we'll talk about matters arising. Bye for now.